Hi everyone, my name's John, and this is my tank, and this is TankBrain, and I'd like to tell you all a little more about it. In Kickstarter parlance, this is what's referred to as a works-alike prototype. So this demonstrates the vast majority of the features and functionality that the final unit will have, but it's wearing a cheap tuxedo today. So show you just the basic interface. There's a small organic LED screen on the front, and there is a joystick with a push button to control it. And then on the back, the way that it interfaces with the outside world, there's a power cord for power coming in, and there are 3 power outlets. I'm using 2 right now. These are standard aquarium heaters like you'd buy at any pet store or from an online retailer. And this will look much different in the final version, but this is the wiring harness that goes to the flow meter and to the 3 temperature probes. All right, here's a closer look at the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is the way that TankBrain is set up. Is there's a series of screens, and you can flip through them by pressing the joystick left or right. Go back here. Whoops. This is the main screen, and after a period of inactivity, TankBrain will go back to this display. So at the top, there is the current date and time, and then it says heating day, and heating tells you whether you have it in heating mode or cooling mode. And then day indicates that it's currently daytime and therefore using the daytime set point for temperature. I keep my tank at about 82 Fahrenheit. We're pretty close right there. As you can see, we're flowing a little bit under 100 gallons per hour through the filter. And we have a warning. I'll explain that in a little more detail in a moment. But TankBrain shows the current status there. So it'll either say OK, warning, or error, depending on what it's detected. All of these errors persist, so even if the problem that caused the error goes away, you'll know about it. So for example, if it gets very cold in the middle of the night, come morning time, you'll see a warning or an error message there. So in this case, the reason that there's a warning is because I unplugged the filter earlier, and so we have a low flow error. So this persists, and what we could do, for example, there's a reset menu, and we can say, oops, reset errors. TankBrain says OK. And now if we go back to the main screen, our status is OK. All right. Oh, you just heard that click. That little L there, coincidentally, that means that the left heater just turned on. So there's a screen here. This shows you the information from your temperature probes, and it shows you your 24-hour and all-time high and low. This is going to change around a little bit. Like right now, it's displaying the room temperature, but I'm probably not going to use that in the final version. The delta in the upper right, that just shows the spread between the probes. So these are the heaters right now. As you can see, the left heater is on. It's drawing a little under 2 amperes, and our total power is 232 watts. Right heater is off and showing 0 amperes, as it should. This is a oops, sorry, it's a little tricky to do this. This is a graph of temperature. Up at the top, it shows you the high and low temperature for the day. So it's set up so that midnight is on the left of the graph. The line right now is the current time, around 7 p.m. And then the right-hand side is just before midnight, so it's 11:59 or so. As you can see, the temperature dips a little bit at nighttime. I let it get pretty cold down here at night. But on the other hand, the range isn't that much. It's less than 1 degree Fahrenheit. This is a similar graph of flow. Right now this data is junk because I've been screwing around with the filter, but it shows the concept. There are a number of settings here that you can adjust for TankBrain, and I'll just show you, for example, like let's say we want to set the date because it's incorrect. So here we go, and we get a little menu to set the date. For sake of argument, let's make it Christmas again. Okay, and if we go over here, the new date is reflected. Errors, it shows none because we're okay right now. You can reset, as I mentioned earlier, errors or the data in memory for temperature and flow. There are also 2 timers, one for the pre-filter and one for the filter, that you can reset, and you can set those to a different number of days. So, to remind you to change the filter media per whatever schedule you like. That's more or less it, I guess. Thank you for your attention, everyone.